I would first like to say thank you all for coming to remember the life of the late, great Will Ferrell. He was a role model for me, and he was a great friend. We are here to remember his life and what he did. He was born in Irvine, California on July 16, 1967. And there he grew up, and then he went to the University of Southern California. He was involved continually after he graduated, and he would often give speeches to help out the class below. During his life, he received many awards and nominations for his acting, which included the Golden Globes, the Emmys, GQ, Teen's Choice, Kids' Choice, and recently, the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2015. But none of that really meant anything to him, because he loved his family. He married Vivica Paulin in 2000 and had 3 sons with her, and he loved them dearly. Will Ferrell was the son of Roy Lee Ferrell, a musician, and Betty Kay Overman, a teacher. And you may ask how Will came about, but I think that's a question we probably shouldn't ask because there's not a good answer to that. Besides acting, Will was very involved. In 2015, he played a few Major League Baseball games to raise money for charity, and that money went to UNICEF and Cancer for College. And he also supported hunger, HIV and AIDS, animal rights, and diabetes. He would help out when he could. He would help out in soup kitchens. He would sign autographs for people to sell so they could get money, and whenever someone needed something, he was always there to give. For his acting, he was very accomplished. He made the big bucks. Let me tell you, he made so much money. He had a very big house, many cars, lots of clothes, anything he wanted, he got. And he would also share those things. He started out his career on SNL, and for his audition comes with a little story. So he had a briefcase full of fake money. He didn't dress up at all. He wore casual clothes. Walked in and told the producer, which was Lauren, and I quote, "You and I can say whatever we want to say, but we all know what talks here, and that's money. Take it or leave it. I'm out of here." And he walked out, and that was his audition, and he got the job. On SNL, his 2 most favorited characters were Harry Carey, where he mastered the head bobble, and James Lipton, where he coined the phrase scrumtulescent, which I use very often in my vocabulary today. And as James, he did such a good job that the real James Lipton asked him to interview him as James, so it was both James and James in that skit. One personal quote from Will was, "One day I'm going to make decisions regardless of money, and those projects are always going to lead me to whether they pay in money or Turkish cantaloupes. And if that doesn't explain Will, then I don't know what does." And one famous quote from one of the most popular movies in the history, Step Brothers, is, "Do you want to go do karate in the garage?" And I bet we would all have said yes to that if it meant he were still here. We would all break boards and kick watermelons. We could just have a few more minutes with Will. Will was a one-of-a-kind type of person. He touched the hearts of everyone on screen and behind the scenes. He would always know how to make them laugh and smile. He always knew what to say. And he will forever be the king of comedy. Once again, I would just like to say thank you to everyone who came today to remember his life, and I really appreciate your time spending here. And one last thing, stay classy, Will Ferrell.